Stay tuned because in the rest of the video,
for a projected profitability of as much as $32,692.60. You heard me correctly. That is a financing deal that's bringing in $32,000 in profit. Wow. Guys, we are standing right here outside of the Windermere, right in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now, there is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom oceanfront condo unit right in this building that I believe you can buy $100,000 under the last comparable.
stay tuned because in the rest of the video,
that's appreciation to the tune of $319,250 in only 8 years, guys. 8 years. I mean, we're talking 118% in appreciation. That's on average $39,000 a year in appreciation. So not only if you're financing are you bringing in $32,000 a year in profit, but you're appreciating to the tune of $39,000 on average every single year. Where can you go and find a real estate? Where can you go and find an investment like that? So you're probably asking, what's the catch? Well, guys, I hunt for deals in the MLS all the time. And I was looking for a really good deal for clients, for people just like you on the channel looking for good deals. Now, the difference in these two units, the one that sold for $590 and the one that you can currently buy for $100,000 under the ask price, well, the difference is a remodel. This unit is dated, and that's the strategy. That's the strategy for a buyer's market when it comes to oceanfront condos. You simply find a really great undervalued deal, maybe as much as $100,000 under the last comparable sale. You go in, you buy a dated unit, you remodel it just like you want it. Now you're sitting with equity with a brand new remodeled unit, and you're sitting with equity in the bank so long as you haven't overspent on your remodel. It's that simple and that easy. That's the strategy in a buyer's market that we are currently in. Right now, it is a buyer's market in oceanfront condos. We have 7 months worth of inventory on the market. That means it'll take 7 months to sell all the condos that are on our market. So there's a plethora. And the sellers know this, and the sellers are competing with each other for your business. So they're dropping those prices. Now is the time to find a desperate seller that wants to sell. You buy it under value, even if it's dated, especially if it's dated. You remodel it, you do an excellent job on that remodel, and then you sit in that unit for the next 5 to maybe 10 years, and you simply collect the additional profits that you would not have made if you had not remodeled that unit. You know, you really want to make the most of your wins. So if you're gonna have your money invested in a unit, you want to do that remodel because you can bring in so much more additional gross rental income. So let's say that you do a phenomenal remodel on a dated unit and you bring in an extra, $10,000 a year, and you own that unit for the next 10 years. That remodel, even though it might have cost you, $50,000, sure enough, you've made an extra $100,000 at the end of 10 years. And your money's gonna be there anyway, so you might as well make the most of the win and do the additional work, or let me help you do the additional work to get that unit remodeled so you can make that extra $50,000 over the course of, and that's a profit, over the course of that 10-year period on your remodel. That's how you win in oceanfront condos in a buyer's market like we are in right now.
stay tuned because in the rest of the video,
your cleaning services, $6,750. That's at $250 a cleaning for 27 cleanings. It could be more, it could be less, it depends. You could set your rental up to allow for 1 day or 2 day stays. You might set it up to only allow for 1 week stays. Obviously, if you've got 1 week stays, you're gonna have fewer cleanings, but you're also going to get less reviews. And if you're first starting out, you're gonna wanna probably allow for those shorter stays so that you can get a lot of great reviews on Airbnb. That's just a little tip. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because this is the fastest growing area out of the 150 most populated areas in the entire United States for the last 3 years in a row, according to US News and World Report. This helps to insulate our market from many of the ups and downs that the rest of our nation's real estate market experiences. This can help you have a more stable rental property. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because they have a tremendous upside when compared to money market accounts and the stock market, due to the appreciation they earn and the potential of higher annual yields through their gross rental income when compared to these other investments. Money market accounts and the stock market don't have the upside of added appreciation. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because while our prices have risen and have held their value, we're also much cheaper than other places like Florida. Where else can you go and find an oceanfront condo for as little as $100,000? If you're getting into the real estate game or expanding your current portfolio, the bang for your buck is sitting right on the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina oceanfront. Now guys, we are just outside of Windermere. We're here in North Myrtle Beach. Get a good look around. I'm going to take you through the beach access over here. On the side, it is a really, really nice public beach access. Now guys, our peak season is April through September. Keep in mind, we are the #2 vacation destination on the East Coast. So we have between 20 and 22 million tourists that visit our market each year. I literally just got off the phone with a client who just cannot believe the returns that can be made in oceanfront condos. I was talking with him this week. He saw a YouTube video, he called me on the phone, and sure enough, he's spending $800,000, to make $2,500 a month. And, he's invested in different projects that just don't have the same kind of yield that oceanfront condos do. Now, you might ask yourself, how can oceanfront condos be so lucrative? Well, that is a bit of a complex question. A very simple answer is it's the #2 vacation destination on the East Coast. What I want you to think about is we have 20 to 22 million tourists that are visiting our market each year. They have to have a place to stay. And your oceanfront condo, or the mini oceanfront condos here in our market, that's where they're going to stay. Like, just look, guys, it's August. I'm gonna pan the beach real quick. Do you see this, guys? Do you see all the umbrellas and all the tents? Wow, right? Yeah, so there are people everywhere. You can see, just let me zoom in real quick. Check this out. I mean, they're all up and down the beach. As far as you can see, you see umbrellas and tents, literally. So, all that said, that's all the demand right here in our market, literally. And they got to stay somewhere, renting oceanfront condos. Now, that's the backside of the Windermere. I'm going to show you real quick some of the on-site amenities. But basically, guys, the tourism in our market is why our units are so profitable. That's a short and quick answer. Where else can people go and stay at the beach and get, just as cheap of a stay, honestly? I mean, they can't, in Florida, their oceanfront condos, I talk to investors, their oceanfront condos are not making money. The insurance is just too high. So we don't have that problem in our market. We got tons of people coming to stay, and we got tons of people renting these units. Anyways, this is a nice little area to lay out. There's a nice little grill and fire pit, as you can see. There's some grills out here. Fire pits. They also have an indoor pool. And they have a little seating area. Just like a little lobby area. And there's your pool. Just through those doors, as you can see there. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina,
because you can enjoy and increase the passive income of your oceanfront condo through the 20 to 22 million tourists that visit the #2 vacation destination on the East Coast each year. Not only can you enjoy the equity paid for by visiting tourists, but you can also anticipate the over 100% appreciation experience at many of the oceanfront resorts in our market during the recent decade. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because you can depreciate them, reducing your overall tax burden, keeping more money for you and your loved ones, and ensuring unnecessary taxes aren't paid.
All right, let's get inside of Windermere. This is the little lobby area. As soon as you come in, you have elevators to the left and to the right. You'll also see just a little bit of seating. And that about wraps up the lobby, guys. All right, guys, so let's work through a cash scenario purchase right here at Windermere. So, guys, we have a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, $500,000 asking price. The gross rental income projection I pulled was from unit 707. It is a unit that had a projection on it, so it had a $95,000 plus projection. That was not, so I used $95,000. Your property management fee for self-management only on Airbnb comes out to $2,850, bringing you to a subtotal of $92,150. Now your HO6 insurance, I got you at $1,000. It's probably going to be a little bit less. Your taxes from 2023, around $4,127.40. Your cleaning services, $6,750. That's at $250 a cleaning for 27 cleanings. It could be more, it could be less, it depends. You could set your rental up to allow for 1-day or 2-day stays. You might set it up to only allow for 1-week stays. Obviously, if you've got 1-week stays, you're going to have fewer cleanings, but you're also going to get less reviews. And if you're first starting out, you're going to want to probably allow for those shorter stays so that you can get a lot of great reviews on Airbnb. That's just a little tip. Now, again, cleaning services, $6,750. Your HOA annualized came out to $13,812. And then that brings you to a subtotal of operating expenses for $24,689.40. Now, when you subtract the $24,689.40 from the $92,150, you're left with a whopping $67,460.60. Guys, that is an amazing amount of profit for a cash purchase of $500,000. All right, well, let's hop into a financing purchase scenario. Again, we're 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms right here outside of the Windermere in North Myrtle Beach. I have your price at $500,000, your down payment 25% at $125,000. And again, using that same projection from unit 707, it is a different unit that I ran the projection number or the gross rental income number for, and it was a projection that came out to $95,000. All that said, your property management fee is 3% for managing on Airbnb. That's self-management for $2,850 total. Now you subtract the $2,850 from the $95,000, you're left with a subtotal of $92,150. Now your principal and interest came out to $33,768. This assumes an 8.24% interest rate at 30 years. HO6 again, $1,000. Your taxes around $4,127.40. That is for the year, not for the month. People from up north tend to really question those taxes. Yes, it's that cheap. Those are annual taxes. All right, so your cleaning services, $6,750. Your annualized HOA due, $13,812 for operating expense total of $59,457.40. Guys, we're going to subtract that $59,457.40 from the $92,150 subtotal up top for a projected profitability of as much as $32,692.60. You heard me correctly. That is a financing deal that's bringing in $32,000 in profit. Wow. All right, so just wait until you see the appreciation. Moving right along to depreciating the unit. Depreciation is a powerful tool that we have when it comes to real estate investing. This unit, so long as it does appraise for the purchase price of $500,000 over 27.5 years, brings you a taxable income deduction through depreciation of as much as $18,181.82. Now, this is what I have been waiting to tell you about the entire time that we've been covering the numbers, the appreciation. Guys, if you would have purchased a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom back in 2016, that average price for a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom at Windermere was $270,750. If you fast forward to 2024, that same average price was $590,000. That's appreciation to the tune of $319,250 in only 8 years, guys. 8 years. I mean, we're talking 118% in appreciation. That's on average $39,000 a year in appreciation. So not only if you're financing are you bringing in $32,000 a year in profit, but you're appreciating to the tune of $39,000 on average every single year. Where can you go and find an investment like that? Now guys, there are a lot of people that are looking for what's called a non-warrantable condo. I would assume that this is a non-warrantable condo. Essentially, you gotta find a resort, you've gotta find an oceanfront condominium that doesn't have resort in the name and that typically doesn't have really like a front desk reception. When you find an oceanfront condo like that, you found what's called a non-warrantable condo for the most part. Now it has to be investigated a little bit further and there's some more things that really go into it. But people look for the non-warrantable condos because there are better interest rates, better loan types that you can get for investing in those type of oceanfront condominiums. Now, if you click on your screen, I'm going to take you to another really great investment, only about $109,000 at Coral Beach Resort that pulls in over $40,000 a year in gross rental income. It's a simple 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. Click your screen now.